Hey, how's it going? You're here. It's the weekend. Finally, the weekend. It's a Friday night. A little chilly out, but that's okay. I don't plan on going anywhere. I'm going to just sit at home, relax, watch some Netflix or YouTube or whatever. Maybe throw on a movie. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Probably won't stay up too late, though, because I am thinking about taking a little road trip maybe tomorrow and go to Barton's Discounts. I'm really thinking I'm going to, but I'll wait and decide in the morning. All depends on whether I feel like getting up at between 6 and 6:30, because I'd like to try to get there if I'm going to go. Try to get there before they open. You know, on the off chance they pull out and mark down some pallets really cheap. Maybe I can snag one, and then I'll have to break it down to actually kind of piecemeal it into the back of my Blazer, but that's kind of the plan. If not, maybe I'll pick up one or two of their mystery boxes they have there at the, in their showroom, if you want. I guess you could call it their showroom. But hey, I don't know. We'll wait and see. In the meantime, I'm here, and I got my new Marvel Collector Core. This is a bi-monthly subscription box. It means every 2 months. This is considered the December box. So the next one I won't get until around the beginning of February. But each one is kind of themed. Obviously, it's always Marvel. This one in particular has to do with the Infinity Saga. But most importantly, what kind of intrigues me is right here on the bottom, it says end credits scenes. Now, anybody that has kept up with the Marvel, or the MCU as it's called, movies, if you bother to stick around through the credits, a lot of the movies have sometimes one scene after the credits. Some of them have two scenes. They have one scene about halfway through the credits, and then if you stay all the way to the end of the credits, they have another scene. And a lot of times those scenes either touch up on a very important story point in the movie that wasn't really maybe fleshed out. Intentionally, it wasn't fleshed out, so it gives you something else, like maybe alludes to something else that was going on during the events of the movie that they might have hinted at in the movie, but they didn't really come right out and say. So they have like a scene at it, and you're like, whoa. Or it actually is kind of a lead-in to one of the other movies that are going to be coming out in the MCU universe. So if you haven't seen those end scenes, you could probably actually go online, Google it, and find a website that's posted just all of the end scenes from all the Marvel movies. Although some of them might be a little bit out of context that way. Some of them, the end scenes are technically something that's happening after the event of that movie. So you kind of need to watch the movie to get the full scope of that end scene. And hey, it gives you an excuse to watch the Marvel movies again. But yeah, so I'm eager to see what this box, the contents of the box, have to do with the end credits scene. Now, this box, it is pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the proper word to use, but you can count on getting like the same types of things in every box. It always comes with 2 Funko Pops exclusive to this box. It normally comes with a t-shirt, a pin, like an enamel pin, and then I believe it normally comes with like a decal. At least the boxes I've only been a subscriber to it for, I think this might be the 4th box I've gotten. Each time it's had a decal, but there might be maybe sometimes when instead of decal they include something else. I don't know for sure. But I mainly got it just because it always comes with 2 Funko Pops. The shirts are always pretty cool, and this is done in conjunction with Funko. It's got the Funko label on there, like the t-shirts. The characters on the t-shirts will have that kind of Funko look. So this is really kind of put together by Funko, sold by Amazon as a monthly subscription, or not monthly, but bi-monthly subscription box. So let's cut the tape here with my handy dandy flathead screwdriver, and let's open it up. I've got it kind of away from me, so I can actually see. All right, there's the shirt, Funko Pops. All right, feels like probably decal, and it's got like a little cheat sheet. Although what I found is the cheat sheets with these aren't real in depth. All right, so there's the shirt, and I was thinking there's a pin in here too. I have to hunt around for it. I'm not feeling it right offhand, but let's pull up the shirt first. Looks like it's a gray shirt, which isn't bad. I kind of like gray shirts. Let's open it up. This is Avengers based, so I'll most likely keep this shirt. So I'll show you first. See, am I getting it in the picture good enough where you can see it? So there it is. Let's see what we got here. It's shawarma time. Shawarma time. Oh yeah. 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 Okay, that has directly to do with one of the end scenes of the movie where they're all sitting around like eating at the table. That's pretty cool. Yeah. A little wrinkly, but you know, that's why I have an iron, a steam iron, so I can get it all looking nice and neat again. But yep. That's a nice shirt. Definitely keep that shirt. I'm actually in the process of right now, because I have 2 closets in my bedroom. I have like the built-in closet that was in the house when I bought, but it's not real big, and it's like packed to the gills right now with between mainly t-shirts, but also some other, not necessarily t-shirts, but I got some. I think I have a few polo shirts in there and stuff. I have another closet over the other side of the room that's kind of a stand-free or standalone concert, and it was actually a big wooden, well, I guess you say closet. I'm sure there's probably a different word that you use in this context, but it was actually what we had at work to keep our cleaners and chemicals and towels and stuff like that in. And when we decided to get one of those like cage style enclosures that can be put a padlock on and so forth, they're gonna have me break that down and just toss it. And I said, well, I mean, I'll break it down if I can get rid of it, but if you're just gonna throw it away, I'll take it. And I said, sure, go ahead. So that's what I did. I broke it down very carefully. I kind of marked the pieces so I knew how they would go back together. Got it back here, put it back together, repainted it white so it would kind of match the room, and installed a bar in it, and then actually a light, because my room is kind of dark because I just have table lamps And my bedroom actually has a 14 feet. It's got like a cathedral ceiling, so those little table lamps don't provide a whole lot of light in there. So to actually see in the closet, I needed to add in a light. But I'm slowly getting to where I'm going to start breaking down and kind of splitting between the two. Because right now it's impossible to like move the shirts to actually find the particular one. You got to kind of pull them away from each other. A lot of t-shirts. And I know I could probably go through and get rid of some of them, but I know about the time I do that, then there'd be one that I wanted to wear and I wouldn't have it. So. Alright, next. Let's see, is this, what is this? Okay, this is the decal. That's kind of cool. So, there's a little decal. Thanos holding up the Infinity Gauntlet. So, let's just turn around real quick and we will slap this on the dresser back here. You can't really see it because of the cameras. Well, I could probably, let's probably move the camera real quick a little bit so you can see. Alright, so like right here on the bottom there, might even be able to see, kind of look real close where I just put that sticker. It's like right here. Yeah, that's my old dresser from when I was growing up. Just a 6-drawer dresser. It wasn't that color to begin with. It was brown, you know, like wood grain like. But when I was going to do this room, I decided to paint it. And I have actually my comics in there. Split. I got one side that's for like DC and like Image, and then the other 3 drawers on that side are for Marvel. So they don't come close to holding all my comics. I got boxes of them over there, and that's actually less than I used to have. I used to have probably like 1,000 comic books, but you know, at one time money got a little tight, and I wasn't really collecting anymore. I was, you know, occasionally I'd buy one that appealed to me, but I wasn't really like buying like big sets or anything like that. So I went through and actually sold off about 2/3 of my collection for really a lot less than I could have gotten for it, but you know, drastic times call for drastic measures, right? So. Alright, so here's the little cheat sheet thing. We'll look at that in a minute, because I don't want to look at it and see what pops are in here. I want to be surprised just like you when I pull them out. I swear there's supposed to be like a pin. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's only 4 items in this. We'll find out when we get the pops out. Alright, first pop. There, oh, upside down. Looks like it's Captain America. It's probably not in the picture very good. Okay, there we go. That's probably a little bit better. Now you can see it. There's the side. So this is Captain America from Spider-Man Homecoming? I think that's what it says. Yeah, Homecoming. That's cool. He's like sitting on a chair. I'm trying to remember. I think if I'm thinking right, which is questionable, I'm thinking this is a scene from Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm going to assume that it was one of the end scenes in Spider-Man Homecoming. I want to say that it's like where the school is showing like a public service announcement type thing or whatever, and it features Captain America, and he's like sitting on a chair, and it's like he's talking to the students. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's a pretty cool pop. And again, it's an exclusive, so it can only be had from the the Infinity Saga Marvel Collector Core boxes. So, and actually, these are a lot of times. I mean, these don't quote me, but I don't think they really sell out. I'm sure there are some that maybe do. But being on Amazon and I mean, I don't know whether they necessarily limit it to a certain number. I mean, eventually they probably do stop producing this ones because they have to produce other ones. But I know you can go on and still get some of the older boxes. So my guess is if you were looking for this box, it might not be available like right now to buy just by itself. But give it a week or two, and then they might have it on to where you can go on and buy the extras of this box that because they probably produce so many, but then they only have so many subscribers, so they're always going to have a few left over. Alright, so we should have another pop, and then let's see if there's a pin. I don't know whether there's a pin or not. So there's the second one. It looks like this is Nick Fury. That's kind of cool. What is he holding? He's holding like two things. It looks like on one side he's holding it almost looks like maybe like the alien wreckage or something. And he's holding like a little box or like a pager type thing. I'm sure I'm going to have to go back and watch the movie to get to the end scenes. And this is from Avengers Infinity War. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't have any Nick Fury pops, and I do love his character, especially with Samuel L. Jackson playing that character. That was just, I mean, an incredible cast choice for that character. Perfect. Samuel L. Jackson does a perfect job embodying Nick Fury. But overall, Marvel, I'd say they have done really good. I mean, and it kind of goes to show when you look at the billions of dollars the movies have grossed in the theaters and on Blu-ray and streaming and everything else. But yeah, overall, just with casting, I mean, they've been spot on as far as I can't think of anybody that isn't a good choice in any of their movies. Now, granted, there are people that you probably could have cast that would have been maybe just as good. But what I'm saying is, I don't see any of the people that they've cast in any of these character roles as being a bad choice. Not only in just their appearance, but in what they bring to that character. So, and Nick Fury is definitely. I mean, although we don't get to see a whole lot of him in any of the movies. I mean, it's just kind of sporadic here and there. I'm waiting for them. It'd be nice for them to do, even if it's like a prequel type movie, which I could see, especially with his character, because he's kind of like established right from the get-go, like in Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie. He's already Nick Fury, with S.H.I.E.L.D. So it'd be nice to see him, see like a whole movie centered around him, maybe like before he was part of S.H.I.E.L.D. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, here's the pin. It must have popped out when I was pulling the Funko Pops out. Cool. There we go. There is the baby Groot in the little planter. Yeah, and that's probably where he's like, 'cause I think they show him during the not so much an end. Well, I guess it is kind of an end scene, but I think it's not like where they cut away from the credits and show like a full scene. I want to say it's like in a little box to the side of the credits as the credits are going, and I want to say he's like, there's music and he's like dancing in his little planter. So yeah, pretty cool. So overall, and I want to say I'm thinking. I want to say the price of this is like $29.99 or something like that. Right around there, right around $30. Which, I mean, you get your money's worth because you get a shirt. If you were to go buy a shirt like this, you would pay minimum $10. More than likely, more like 15 or 20. You know, the pops, probably $10 a piece or more, maybe 15. The pin, I mean, is probably just a couple bucks, but on, like, if you were to like resell it, because it too is exclusive to this box. You know, it's a nice enamel pin. You could probably resell it for anywhere from $5 or $6 to sometimes some of these can resell for like $10 or $15 just for these. So overall, I mean, I would say you get end value. You're getting $40 or $50 worth of stuff. But obviously, you know, and they can do that because obviously it doesn't cost them that much to put these boxes together. That's it. Let's look at the cheat sheet real quick. It's not like we missed anything, but oh my gosh, the print is so small. Well, I can put it. Nah, that's just blurry. The end credit scene is a signature trade of Marvel Studios Infinity Saga Films. Yeah, this is too hard to read. Not necessarily because my eyes are bad. I mean, they're probably not as good as they used to be because I'm getting old. But the retail it says something that pays homage to some of the this retail box pays homage to some of the iconic moments that appeared on screen after the film's end, including Captain America's cameo from Spider-Man Homecoming, Nick Fury's appearance in the Avengers Infinity War in pop form, and t-shirt with the scene from Marvel's The Avengers. Yeah, as you can see, it's so, the print is literally so tiny. Maybe they should, too bad they don't make these like bigger, where you don't need like a magnifying glass to read the damn thing. And a pin of the dancing group from, oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, so the dancing group wasn't on, that was on the Guardians of the Galaxy end scene. And then the sticker was the end scene of Thanos when he's acquired the Infinity Gauntlet, and that was an end scene on Avengers Age of Ultron. So, yeah. So that's it. And then on the back of the little box, they always tell you kind of what the theme is for the next one. And it looks like, okay, so technically this is, even though I got this in December, it's technically considered the November box, as it shipped, or the cutoff date for it is in November, and then it ships around the first week of the next month. So the January theme, which means I'll get it about the first week of February, is going to be for the Eternals, which is one of the new movies. I think originally it was supposed to be coming out this year, in 2020, but I think it's coming out 2021 now. I'm thinking not till probably like earliest be like midsummer, maybe late summer, because I think the first one we have before that is the Black Widow movie, which I think the last I heard, it might have changed again, but I was thinking that it was set to come out in like March or something like that. And I even heard they were talking about maybe no, I mean releasing it in theaters, but at the same time releasing it for, upgraded like fee as part of on Disney Plus. They have like another thing beyond they recently did was like the live action Mulan. But I don't know whether it's like an additional like service you have to get, and it tacks on to your bill every month, or whether it's just something you pay like one time for that particular release. So I'll have to look into that, because I mean, to be honest, until all this COVID crap, until it's kind of going away, really going away, we can start getting back to some bit of normalcy, I don't really have any desire to go to the movies. I'd rather just wait for the stuff to come out in Blu-ray, because I'm going to buy it anyhow. Marvel movies, it's a guarantee. I'm going to buy them when they come out. But, so anyway, Eternals, that'd be cool. I don't know a whole lot about the Eternals. I know I have a few comics, but I don't know a whole lot about them. So that'll be interesting. But that's it. Hey, if you like this, if you're a Marvel fan, you like Funko Pops, you like getting exclusive stuff, then do yourself a favor, go into Amazon, look up Marvel Collector Cores. It'll bring up a bunch of different ones, so you kind of look through. I mean, hopefully, like the first one it brings up will be the actual one for like the new ones for the subscription. So you can subscribe to it, and then you can also scroll through and find past ones that they still have available. But that's it. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't do anything else over the weekend. I'm thinking I do have a box coming tomorrow. I think my BAM box is supposed to be coming tomorrow. So if it does, I'll do an unboxing video for that and post it tomorrow night. But if not, regardless, that'll probably be the next time you see me on video is doing the BAM box. Unless I happen to go and I get a pallet, or I get a couple of mystery boxes of retail stuff from Barton's Discounts, then I'll be doing videos for those too. Not only to give you guys an idea of what you can get at a liquidation company like Barton's Discounts in Indianapolis, Indiana. If you want to be like a reseller, or you have a retail location, or you do flea markets or whatever. But also, because then you'll see the stuff that I will be selling on my account through the Macari app. So if you don't have the Macari app, download the Macari app. My username on Macari is JRYMMAN. Basically, my first initial, my last name with an extra M in there, just for, kooks. That's my name. You can't actually look me up by my name, so if you when I do like these mystery boxes, I mean, not this one, I'm not selling any of this stuff, but like the Barton's Discounts mystery boxes, or when I buy like Funko Pop mystery boxes, stuff like that. If you see something that catches your eye, look it up, look for that item, and then find the listing by me. You can scroll to the bottom of the page. It'll have a meet the seller thing on it. Click on that, and then it'll bring up a follow button. Click on follow, and then I believe that will allow you to not only look at my listings on Mercari, but it'll alert you whenever I list other merchandise for sale through the Mercari app. I do operate under my actual business name, like in general, not on Mercari, but in general, the business is The Old Treasure Isle. So I'm eventually going to start trying to work that into, more using that rather than my name, using my actual business name for selling and stuff. I'm working on that. And eventually the goal is to have an actual retail location that you all can come to and peruse my wares and hopefully make it a success for me. Small business. Support your small businesses. It really is, especially middle America. And I don't mean just middle America as in the middle of the country, but middle America as in not the big businesses and stuff like corporations and stuff like that, but these small businesses in these smaller towns, they are what really keep the economy going, even through the hard times. And that's when it's most important to support some of the small businesses. And I do. Before anybody says anything, you're saying, well, you bought that off Amazon. Yeah, Amazon is a small business. But there are a lot of small businesses that do sell their stuff on Amazon. And I do buy quite a bit of stuff from third-party sellers on Amazon. So that's one way you can support small businesses. When you go to buy something off Amazon, instead of going for the one that pops up right away, scroll down and find one that's sold by a small business. That's it. I'm rambling. All right. Everybody, I will see you later.